Welcome to Channel 666 Deaf News. I'm your host, Sataran. Today we're interviewing John Calvin. Yes, John Calvin. The John Calvin who was a priest, politician, and author. His ideas had great effect on the direction of the Reformation of the Catholic Church. He believed that the Bible was the only source of religious truth and who rejected elaborate church rituals. Because of this, people started following his beliefs. I don't know why. This led to Calvin creating his own city-state, Geneva in Switzerland. Now please welcome John Calvin.
Hello, it's me, John Calvin. How now? I can't believe I'm on Channel 666.
Yeah. So, John Calvin, we hear you had quite the success when it comes to religion. Can you tell us a little about yourself and how you got to this point in your career?
Oh, I was born in France, where I trained as a priest and lawyer. I followed the Christian faith and disagreed with some of the intentions they had. I believed that the Bible held the only true religious information. I also believed that salvation was gained through faith alone. I preached predestination.
Oh, did you?
I rejected elaborate church rituals. In 1536, I wrote the Institutes of the Christian Religion. I provided advice on how to organize and run a Protestant church.
A common career path, I imagine. Very nice. We will come back to John Calvin after this break. Welcome back to our fascinating, intriguing, and forever holding my interest interview with John Calvin. So, I heard you ran your own little town, is that correct?
Yes, in 1541.
Wait, when?
In 1541, I created a city-state of Geneva in Switzerland. Protestants were eager for me to lead their community. I set up a theocracy. These followers wanted to build a true Christian society that was trusted by God. I let both boys and girls be educated and allowed women to sing in church. Though I do believe women should read the Bible in private.
You saint.
My followers began calling themselves, guess what?
Morons.
Calvinists! They began to see us as the new chosen people.
Humble. Well done. How did your beliefs spread, being that you were in Switzerland and they were not in Switzerland?
Geneva became a tourist hotspot. People came and visited and left with my Calvinist beliefs.
More humble.
In the late 1500s, my ideas became popular in Germany, France, the Netherlands, England, and Scotland.
You're really good at keeping track. Well, what have the effects been of this?
Well, in Germany, Calvinists felt opposition from Catholics and Lutherans. In France, wars raged between French Calvinists called Huguenots and Catholics. In the Netherlands, Calvinists organized the Dutch Reformed Church. In Scotland, John Knox, a Calvinist preacher, led a religious rebellion.
I'm sure that's exactly what you wanted to happen. How were people able to follow their beliefs during this time?
The Dutch Reformed Church gave sermons and failed to avoid persecution. John Knox led a religious rebellion in Scotland. He overthrew their Catholic queen and set up a Scottish Presbyterian church.
Interesting. Yes, we will be talking to him later.
If I may say just one thing.
You may not.
About me and my followers. We view the world in two types of people. Saints and sinners.
Nice and open-minded.
We tried to live like saints, believing that only those who were saved could truly live as Christians.
Well, everybody, that was John Calvin. After this commercial break, we will be interviewing his people who were affected by him and his beliefs. I can't wait.
Really? You can do that for me? Does it matter that I'm married?
Who are you talking to?
It's Jane from State Farm.
At 3 in the morning? What are you wearing, Jane from State Farm?
Same dress since Tuesday.
He sounds hideous.
Well, he's a she, so...
Welcome back. Right now we're going to be interviewing John Knox. Let's give a big hand to John Knox.
Hello.
Now, who are you?
Well, I'm a reformer, a pastor, and an author. I was the leader of a Protestant Reformation, and I was considered the founder of the Presbyterian denomination in Scotland.
How'd you do that?
I led a religious rebellion. Under my rules, Scottish Protestants overthrew our Catholic Queen, and then I set up the Scottish Presbyterian Church.
So you're responsible for spreading Calvinist beliefs through Scotland and killing a queen?
Yes, sir.
Let's give a round of applause for John, whoever you are. Yeah, no one cares. Hi folks, today's interview surrounds itself around John Calvin, which we have all learned is super boring. Our next guest is Lucifer, a Protestant ordinary citizen. He's going to describe what life is like for people who follow Calvinist boring beliefs. Lucy!
Yo, Satan!
How's it going?
My friend?
How's the family?
Oh, great. Yours? It could be better, but hey.
Anyway,
Let's focus.
what does a Calvinist do?
Yo, my people stress hard work, discipline, thrift, honesty, morality. My fellow citizens and I face fines of harsh punishments for offenses such as fighting, swearing, laughing in church, or dancing. John Calvin closed theaters and frowned on elaborate dress, so we do not have anything too fancy.
Sounds like the life of a very happy person.
Mm-hmm. This emphasized strict morality and made his city-state seem like a model community.
And we all know that John Calvin was boring, stuck up, and strict. But was he a good leader?
Like any leader, John Calvin had his faults. He was never open to change in his church and took the Bible too literally. But overall, he was a pretty good leader. He knew how to talk to people and how to preach the Bible to what his followers could understand.
Well, what I don't understand is why we're still talking about this bozo.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But during the course of this interview, we learned about John Calvin and how boring he is, how his ideas had a profound effect on the direction on the Reformation. We met an activist who was inspired by John Calvin, I don't know how, and an ordinary citizen who put their faith in John Calvin. I don't know why. Thank you all so much.
I'm right in the audience!
Shut it, John! Thank you all so much for watching us today. I'm Satan, and this is Channel 666 Deaf News.